Kyler, there you are. What's going on, buddy? Hi, Marcy. Good to see you. Kyler beat you to it tonight. He was ready to go. Question now, are you ready to go? Bill Taylor here, KENS 5 Digital Center. Wednesday night, I'm ready to go. I'll tell you what, we've got soaking rains in the forecast. Hallelujah. It has been a dry October. Blessings to you and yours first off on a Wednesday night. Hope God's peace is finding you in your home and in your family. But, you know, we have been so dry, pacing towards the driest October on record. But when you see Frank doing the gritty in the background, and you know what's going on. We're down to a single-digit countdown now for Halloween 2025. And after last year's balmy Halloween, I will say this Halloween is going to be spectacular. This weather, I'll tell you what, this is going to be one of the nicest Halloweens we've had in years, because we're going to get another reinforcing shot of cooler air at the beginning of next week, the end of October, and heading into those final days of our 10th month. Look at this setup. I mean, this is going to be so nice. We're going in with low 80s for a high, so I'm thinking trick-or-treat time temps will be around 78 to about 70. And since it's a Friday night, I'm thinking you'll be out a little bit later. You could even dip into the upper 60s, mid-60s for some spots in the hill country and outlying areas. Phenomenal weather coming in next Friday night. Hey, Megan, good to see you. I know I don't have cold, but I've got cooler than what you're looking at today. This Friday, Kyler, looks like it's going to be a humid one with rain coming in. That's where we're going to be bringing on the rain. Dawn Lucero, everybody wash their car to make sure I can go from maybe 70 to about 80% chance as I get this hair right. 82 today, Bernie, that's about right, but still above average. I mean, we should be at 80. We went to 88. 93 Carrizo Springs, 94s down I-35, 93s George Weston Beeville. So, you know, still squeezing in some mid-90s on October 22nd. Just amazing, amazing to be this warm. Now, the difference, on how it felt this morning was the dew point temperature. The air was so dry, and we were down nice and low on dew points, but we have soared since then. So this evening, we're seeing dew points in the 60s. That's the humid air. But we want this because that's going to be the moisture we need for this rain chance to come to fruition on Friday night and Saturday. And by fruition, I mean a good soaking rain event. And we're going to check the models here in just a moment. But right now, I want to show you that behind that system, it's going to be a nice dry off, or dry pool of air coming in. So let's first show you the upper level low feature, okay? Now you're going to see it spinning out to the west. It's coming in at Los Angeles. You see that counterclockwise spin over southwestern U.S. and starting to eject out now over the four corners, already kind of opening up. It's really not a tightly packed system, but it does have some cool air aloft. And whenever we see that, what's called a cold core low, we have to watch for hail. We have to watch for severe thunderstorms. When you have that good cold air on top and you've got the good convective environment, you can grow some pretty big thunderstorms, and that'll produce some hail. So there is going to be a chance of seeing some hail with this storm line developing Friday night into Saturday morning. So what'll first happen, though, as this low gets east of the four corners, east of the Rockies essentially, it starts to really grab that Gulf moisture. So the Gulf is going to start pouring in a lot of moisture to feed that area of low pressure. We're going to be in between the Gulf and the low. And so a good stream of Gulf moisture coming in at the surface means we're going to touch off a few isolated sprinkles on Thursday afternoon. 3, 4 o'clock, you can see it's isolated, maybe even scattered at a point tomorrow afternoon around Floresville, Cuero, Victoria, Gonzales to LaGrange. Nothing in San Antonio tomorrow, nothing in San Antonio Friday. It looks like the same, just some sea breeze showers, maybe a downpour near Gonzales around 2, 3 o'clock. It'll take daytime heating. But look how much changes as we get to Friday night. This is the 10 o'clock picture, and this is unchanged from earlier this afternoon, and that's a good sign in the sense of where this model stands. If it does not keep going back and forth and completely different timing and all over the place, it's harder to put confidence in that forecast. But I can lean in with a little bit more confidence on what you see, because this is exactly what I saw at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Remember, it updates every hour. And so now the graph model is showing us 10 p.m., leading edge into Kerrville, Fredericksburg, thunderstorms down into Del Rio. So you see that line forming as we get into late Friday night. Hey, Brianna, what's up? What's going on, man? Man, I've been just jonesing to play some golf. I'm going to finally play Saturday. I'm very excited. But I'm hoping this weather gets out in time. But man, I haven't played golf in a minute. Kyler's going to be a little while before a good winter storm, that's for sure. Zoila, blessings to you too. Thank you so much. Midland, Texas in the house tonight. There could be some localized, it's always a chance when you get heavy, heavy rain like this. But the good news is, Kyler, this is a system that should push through quickly. And that's typically when we don't see a flooding threat, because this is a Pacific front. That big upper level low is going to drag a Pacific front through late Friday night. So this hasn't changed either, that the heaviest rain hour for us should be between 2 and 4 a.m. So this is for San Antonio and the Metro. You see a good 281 corridor rain here, very heavy rain right on top of the city at 2 in the morning, and then pushing east and starting to really break up as we get to the 5 o'clock hour. So the sun's still not up just yet. This is all pre-dawn rainfall, but it looks to start breaking up as we get to the 5 a.m. hour, and then by 8 a.m. it is gone. We're cloudy. Remember, there's going to be some wraparound because it's an upper level low, so you have a counterclockwise rotation. So behind the system, you still get a dump of moisture off the top and down into the back side of that low as it's exiting. And even sometimes there's a couple showers in that flow. So again, that's why I have about a 20 or 30% chance of rain up to about midday Saturday. You see, that's what I'm talking about right there. See at 2 o'clock north near Austin? That's what I would say is a good little wraparound shower that could happen. All right, let's take a look at what's called the QPF, the Quantitative Precipitation Forecast. We're going to see what the models are thinking. Oh, this has gone up. Okay, so at 5 and 6 p.m., our total was 127. Now it's up to 189. You can see 219 out at Rock Springs. And it's going to be one wave. So even though those totals are impressive, we won't get that in an hour. It'll be over a few hours. Tropics. Hey, Tony, we've got Melissa, but she's going to probably fizzle out between the Dominican Republic and Jamaica. We're not expecting her to move much farther west in the Caribbean, and we're not expecting her in the Gulf of Mexico. Jesse, yeah, we're looking at it, brother. Almost 2 inches in some spots, but widespread areas of at least an inch of rain. Looking good. Hey, Marcy, I do too. I hope you have a good one. Thank you. Thank you for the blessing. I hear you, and I appreciate it. I really do. Hello, there's Vanessa. What's going on? Just got word on the Christmas parade. Y'all, if you want a great Christmas parade, December, I want to say 13. Let me double check the date on that. October, November, December 13th, Old Town Helotes. It's one of the best Christmas parades you'll ever experience because it's just right. It's at about an hour. There's maybe 30 to 35 floats. Santa's going to be there. Santa's going to be there, man. He's so busy when you get into the mid-December days, and he takes time because he loves Helotes. But right in front, right down the street where Floors is, we're going to have that parade. It's a lot of fun. I don't know, right? I know this is the perfect golfing weather. I'm coming down there, Brianna. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Hola, Adriana. How are you? New Braunfels in the house, getting ready for Worst Fest. November 7th, Worst Fest kicks off in New Braunfels. That's going to be a blast. I want to try to get up there for some live weather in the Lederhosen. I loved when I did that. That was a lot of fun. I had the food, man. What's the name of that bakery up there, Adriana? They have recipes from literally the 1800s that they still use, and it's a phenomenal place. They've never closed. They've been open since the 1800s. No river flooding expected. Hey, Jacob, Windsor Mission Oaks, what's going on? Windsor Mission Oaks, this is for you. We toast you. Thank you for all you do. All right. Now, one thing about this round of weather coming in. Friday night, there is a marginal risk of severe, and that's going to be hail and damaging winds that comes right up to northwest Bexar County. It's a 2 out of 5, which is slight for San Angelo and across the I-10 corridor in West Texas. So, 1 out of 5 is not 0, so we do have to keep an eye on some of these storms as they develop. And this is one of the reasons why, of course, with a lot of rain, a good inch to an inch and a half, is why we have a weather impact alert scheduled for Friday night and early Saturday. It's really that 12-hour window that we're going to keep this in, because by the time we get to noon Saturday, it's going to be beautiful. It'll be breezy and going up to 83. And then it stays relatively warm behind this system. Sunday, Monday, you can tell that we're still above average in the mid to upper 80s. But then look at the Tuesday front. This is the reinforcing shot of cooler air that sends us down into fall temps, okay? Lows around 60 to even 57. Thursday the 30th looks to be the coolest morning of the season thus far. And then highs of only 78, 80. And then look at Halloween, 58 to 83, just perfect with a north breeze staying in place. There it is, Naeglin's. That's it, Roxanne. So good. Oh, that food at Wurst Fest. My goodness. Oh, that sounds good, Jacob. That sounds really good. So, yeah, good chance of rain. The last of October and the 1st of October, it'll all be in one 12-hour window, Friday and into Saturday morning. The only rain we're getting this month, and it's going to happen on the 24th into the 25th. So, praise God, we're going to finally get some rain. Keep on praying that we get good soaking rains without any flooding or any severe weather damage and threat coming true. But again, it is possible, so I don't want to, again, mislead you. There is a possibility, although it's a very low one, that we see some hail and damaging winds Friday night into Saturday morning. And again, it's about that 2 to 4 a.m. hour for the city and metro, and everything exiting east by about 8 a.m., just in time for me to tee off at about 8:30. All right, love you all. God bless you. We will see you on Ken's 5 News at 10. You know what? How the Spurs doing, Luke? What do we got?
Right now, it is currently 23-24.
Oh.
2.5 left in the first quarter. Mavs are up.
First quarter action, Mavs 24, Spurs 23. The I-35 rivalry to tip off the 2025 season, 26 season too. All right, love y'all. See you at 10.